and I make my way up. I'm out here stepping, repping, flow electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the high up. These they come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, an exciting battle of NFC teams between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Giants. These NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Gets this one to Tyler Algier. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A gain of 7. First down, Buccaneers.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go, Tiger. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff to Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Grab goal 80. 7-5, 7-5. Buffalo 18. 18, rock, reach.
They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a quick defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. The Giants using their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. Cole with the catch. And they're going to touch him down as they wind up with a nice gain on that play, and they got a new set of downs, too. Nice gain and a first down there, Brock, on a throw that most quarterbacks would have shied away from.
You know, tight ends, these guys, about the only position that can make that look routine, fending off a couple defenders, and it's really why, Kate, they're such valuable commodities.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. to throw here on first down. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. They are throwing it again. That pass complete to Irving. Gonna manage what he can up to the 48. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for third and 6. They'll throw third and long. It's complete. This is Nguka. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got first and 10 at the 44. He's going to throw it again. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense is set. This is second and 2. Still sticking with the passing game. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
2 yards to go.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing now on third and 2. He's got it. It's complete to Pickens. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First trip to the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got first and 10 from the 20. From the red zone now. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is second and 16. Man in motion here. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Back to the line they go. It's second down. They send a man in motion.
Warriors 70, Dragon 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Back to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They're going to try and throw it here. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He's got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Ready to go with our second quarter. Buccaneers with the ball and a chance to score. A tight end in motion now. 1st and goal. Here's Irving. How about this? He can't even get past the line of scrimmage. No challenge for the end zone here. Following that play, an unfortunate development, Brock. It's Bucky Irving who was injured. Medical staff out providing some assistance. Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Looking to throw here. Oh, trying forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Giants get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Sack. Cowboy 80. Likely 18. Go, Rick. Go. Ready,
Now here's Cam Scatterby on the ground. Boy, were they ready to try and stick him there for the safety. As it stands, he's only able to maybe get back to the 2.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
It's Scatterby on 2nd down. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down is short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. to Scadaboo. A disappointing way to begin this one as he is stopped for no gain, and 3 plays in, Brock, they're already facing 4th down.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's the snap on 4th. Got a man, and Neighbors has it. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation, when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes thrown into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Throw here on 1st. Lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. They connect on the deep shot. And they are finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Short pass brought in. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
On the handoff, here's Scadaboo. It's a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Street. Get up.
Driving forward with Scadaboo. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kate, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this drive will start inside the 25. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. The give to Irving to start this drive. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. It's more from MetLife Stadium on the other side. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. 1st down, and they go right back to it. Winning their full steam ahead, but it ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Once again, Irving. He gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be third down.
You make that call, just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big people between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. Right side, this is Ibuka. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they'll be backed up to begin this drive. Great work by the punt team, down in it at the 7.
Giants take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
New York to the line, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Running with Scatterboo. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain. On that first down play. Now some whistles and a stoppage for an injured member of the offense. That is Cam Scatterboo who's being attended to. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, and that brings up 4th and long. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
And he gets it away from his end zone. Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
70, 10, 18, Pioneer. Take over.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. That's completed right side. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Ready up.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
Ready. Nike, 18. Left wing, 19. Let's go.
Back to throw. Completed to his running back. And able to get this down to the 15 before going out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up, or just simply cover the receivers.
Second and 3 now.
Tight. 70 line, 19 tight, 19 tight.
Motion man left is Egbuka. Throwing from the gun. Brings it in. And this is down all the way to the 3. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Four downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Irving. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60.
Dropping back to throw. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown. The Buccaneers get their first points of this game just before halftime. Manage that clock beautifully down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
Their own 20-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Connection made with his running back. This is Cam Scatterboos. And he is persuaded to go out of bounds just as he gets this up past the 30-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
One last play before the break.
Let's go now. 19, Tiger, 19, trap 60, trap 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throwing here just before halftime. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Ready up.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves.
Now it's Scatterboo. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Elijah Cansey. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Rocco 80. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Jack, hurt.
On the carry, this is Scatterboo. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Elijah Cansey.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
18, couple, 60 Bison, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, 19 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
On first down, this is Scatterboo. And he's going to set him up all the way down at that 7-yard line. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him 1st and goal.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal. This is Scatterboo, left side. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Giants take the lead right away and have number 2. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest hesitations for the defense. Slightest opportunity is all he needed to get the end zone.
Set for the kickoff, Slide with the honors. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Catch made left side by Abuka. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. He's got it on a bootleg. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. Finds his back complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18.
Throwing it again here. Builds up this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set. 70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Sticking to the air here. Connects with his back. Algier. He's out of bounds right around the 10. That's enough to make this 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set up. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
They'll try and punch it in. He's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. He picks up 7, and now it's 2nd and goal at the 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
60 Bisons.
Here's a throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Cougar 19.
The Giants using their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. One of the biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Here's again, straight up the middle. And he gets in, touchdown. The Buccaneers start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Buccaneers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll go play action. he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
79 Bronco, 18 Raptor, 18 Raptor.
First down, play action. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
The 27-yard line.
Here on first down, going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Back at the 31-yard line.
We're down to one quarter before we determine our wild card winner. It's still a tie ball game, 14 points apiece as we get ready for the fourth. Offense to the line, second down.
Here we go, here we go. Nike 18. Bravo lead. Check it, Craig. Hey, smash Bravo. Check out.
Here's Scatterboo. Running in the red zone. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belt. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal. On the ground, it's Scatterboo. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes...
And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants take a fourth-quarter lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And the Bucs have the first. Well, that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and two guys can't stop one.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run. Pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Pass play now. Looking right, and he finds him. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. Running left with Algier. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
They've got first down here from the 36. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. He's going to throw it. Finds a man right side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on that pickup. And the Bucs have the first.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to give him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Buccaneers down by 7. All set now, 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the 60.
Setting up to pass. Finds his man over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
To throw. And it gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
One can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Buck still out there and being looked at now.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football will come back out to the 20. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Caught on the comeback route. And he's going to be pushed out up near that 40-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On the handoff, here's Scattergood. He's got him 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
To throw. Short pass brought in. And he's down. It looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Good play action on 1st down. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Back to throw now. Pulled in by his back, Scattergood. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
A kick from here would be 54 yards, within his range, but a positive gain obviously would go a long way towards helping him. And Scattergood on 3rd. And they bring him down around the 34. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. Left with just a touch longer to close this one out. An entire game now hangs on this attempt by Joey Sly. 1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. He has the distance, and it's top-ranked team in action in this wild card round, Brock. So this was always the expectation that they'd advance through to the divisional round. And next week, they're going to be right back here playing for a spot in that conference championship. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.